Hi, thanks for joining me today. The energies this week are really beautiful about following your heart's desires. So, as I tap into your heart's desires, listen deep into your heart. Take a few deep breaths and exhale. Take the breaths through your nose and exhale through your nose slower than what you breathe in, so that it can calm your mind. And when your mind is calm and the hemispheres of your both sides of your brain are communicating, then you can hear your spirit and your heart. So listen in. And so this week of April 19th through 25 marks a massive energetic shift. Use the beginning of the week to ground your ideas into reality, but stay flexible toward the weekend as the energy becomes much faster and more unpredictable. And moonereading.com has this to say for the week. This week, a bold first quarter moon in Leo rises on April 24th, and it's calling you out of the shadows. There is a vision you have been quietly nurturing, something you want but haven't said out loud. A dream you've kept safely tucked away where no one can see it or judge it. The moon won't let you hide any longer. Leo rules the heart, and under this lunation, your heart is speaking louder than it has in months. Not the voice of obligation, not the voice of what's reasonable, but your real one. It's pointing you towards something that doesn't feel safe, doesn't feel strategic, and doesn't make sense on paper, perhaps. But it's the truest thing you've felt in a long time. So as this first quarter moon rises, pay attention to what your heart is calling you toward. Not what is strategic, not what's safe, not what others expect, but what genuinely ignites passion within you, including creative expression in all its forms. Create without apology. The impulse to make, to play, to give form to what lives within you. It doesn't have to be perfect, profitable, or even shared with anyone else. The act of creation itself is sacred. And that's those words from moonereading.com. So the moon energy is in a planting or phase of the lunar cycle for the first quarter. But this week has unusually long periods of time where the moon has no other major aspects or relationships with other planets. So these times when there's no other really relationships or aspects with other planets are called voids. And they're times to rest and reflect rather than launching new patterns or new projects. So April 19th through the 21st. So that was from Sunday through today. So during this void, focus on routine tasks and problem solving. And that's what I was doing today. I was focusing on problem solving. And I came up with a strategic plan. So it's not that a desire of the heart, not that creativity that's really flowing, but this was a problem, and I hopefully found a solution. And so Wednesday and Thursday this week is the time to take action or start something you want to grow. And then another void comes the 21st through 25th. Avoid making major commitments during that window. So take your action this week on Wednesday and Thursday. That's the moon energy. The sun energy early this week is a time to slow down, connect with your physical senses, and focus on stability and security. Tend to what you've recently started and make it tangible. On this coming weekend, as the sun squares with Pluto, it creates intense power dynamics or internal pressure. So stay out of the all or nothing mindset and focus on personal transformation rather than on controlling others. And Star energy this week, then. It has Uranus entering Gemini for a 7-year stay. Uranus is known as the Great Awakener. It's the planet of rebellion and innovation. And it's moving into Gemini signals what's called a destiny reset. So expect sudden insights, a faster pace of information, and a desire for more intellectual freedom. Uranus also interacts with Venus. This is a liberation energy for your values and relationships. Expect a breakthrough or a sudden realization about your true worth. And that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Uranus is one of my major stars. I'm a Aquarian, and Uranus and Saturn are like my major ones. And Uranus in the past, I think, has come into play with me when I haven't been listening. And it's kind of traumatic at the actions or the changes that have come in my life at those times, and the actions that I've had to take and have been traumatic. So this week, I'm looking forward to something different because I'm listening. I've been waiting ahead of time. I've been waiting on the universe and listening to my heart to show me the move that needs to be made instead of being kind of forced into it, because that's the perfect timing. So for this week, kind of a wrap up then, this week represents a moment of friction and decisive action, and it manifests as tension between visibility and vulnerability in your life. Will you risk following your heart and be seen fully, where you may risk being judged, criticized, or rejected? Or will you remain hidden and betray the gifts you were born to share? This moon asks you to choose courage over comfort, expression over suppression. The lion's roar is not arrogance. It is an announcement that you are here and that your presence matters. And that change that I'm making this week, I didn't realize how greatly it ties in with that paragraph I last spoke about the tension between visibility and vulnerability. And it has to do with the website. It's just doesn't grow. I mean, I've done it for 2.5 years now. It hasn't grown very much. It's I put a lot of heart and soul into it, but it goes nowhere. It doesn't get the interactions or anything that would bring it to more people and might lead to more opportunities for me. And so I didn't realize, probably I've been staying in that safe mode of just putting it up, just doing what I can to put it up, but not taking steps to give it wings, give it help in flowing to where it needs to flow to. And so this morning was what I came up with, more search engine things to do, more guidance and direction. And I got an email from who knows, someone. I get emails periodically, and they're search engine optimization companies, and they want to do the work for you, and that would be nice. I don't choose to put my money there at this time if there's things that I could do myself for it. And so I've just ignored them before. I've gotten them through the years, and I've just ignored them because I don't know what to do. And it takes more time than I have, has been my feeling. And I've been, probably the old pattern is risking the vulnerability. I feel that as I'm talking. And so this morning I kind of cut and pasted things from the latest search engine optimization I've got, And I pasted that into Grok, the AI on the X platform, and said, here, do this for my channel. What do I need to do? And it gave me a game plan. And I'll start to follow that, and we'll see how the universe then works. So that's not a heart's desire in itself. That was that choosing. That's probably the Uranus move of being visible more. And this is just the beginning of being visible, more visible throughout the year. And so, but it allows me to follow my heart better. Those, the support of what opportunities the podcast might bring to you or to me is has to start somewhere in getting out in those foundations and getting out. And so these steps will lead to my heart's desires. And so, very good. Let's do the tuning today. To tune for us to have the courage to step into visibility instead of vulnerability, to risk being criticized or rejected, so that we can share those gifts of our heart, those heart's desires that only we can do, that those that we were born to share with the world. So we have to choose courage over the comfort, and expression over suppression. And like it said, the lion's roar in Leo is not arrogance. It's an announcement that you're here. So your presence matters. And so we will tune for courage. We will tune for following our heart's desires. We will tune for the courage of visibility, the risking of vulnerability, and that we can let out that deep roar from our heart that we are here, that we are worthy, that we matter, and that only we can share this with the world for the highest good. And we're just going to calm for a minute here so we can listen to hear our spirit, and hear our heart, our soul's desires there. Different words they mean different things, heart, souls, desires. But the moon is all about our passions and desires, our heart's desires. And our spirit really hears those heart's desires. It's about the guidance and direction that Source inside of us gives us. And that is always to bring out our passions and desires that are ours to share with the world. So we'll tune the corpus callosum, the tissue that connects the left and right hemispheres of our brain, and bring coherent energy to it. Bring that calmness there, so that it's pure communication between them, and we can hear our spirit. Listen to our heart. And I feel that vulnerability rising, the fear of being criticized, the fear of failure, the fear of success even, the fear or the belief that we're not enough, that we're not worthy of it, that our voice and our presence doesn't matter. And we'll tune into the courage that we need to step forward in whatever you find this week to be the steps you need to take to follow your passions and desires. to follow your heart's desires. Ya, ya, ya. Ah is the heart sound, the heart tone. Ya, 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 Now we'll clear blocks. We'll clear the blocks that's keeping us in the fear of vulnerability, in the fear of success, in the fear of failure, in the fear of unworthiness, of fear of expressing ourselves, of following that innate creativity and expression of our soul. We'll clear ancestral patterns. Just inviting now those ancestors to surface within us, for those old patterns to surface, to be cleared, and to just receive the healing. Ay, 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 ya, 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 clearing the way for those heart's desires, those heart expressions to come forth. Ay, 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 And while I'm tuning here, I'm also doing an angelic feng shui for those of us listening. Add a deeper layer of clearing, of healing of those old patterns, a deeper layer of courage to release those desires and passions within us that are wanting to be spoken this week. This is about healing and harmony. So bringing healing to our hearts to allow us to have that courage, or the healing that taking those steps of courage brings. The harmony of our mind and heart taking those steps in action together. The harmony of us and our ancestors releasing the old patterns and establishing new ones. So we'll just complete the angelic feng shui here. And as I tune, set your intention in motion. Speak it into being, voice it in your out loud, blow it through the ethers, or allow the trees, go outside and hold a tree and allow the tree to take the intention throughout the universe. Or our homes do the same. When our homes have clear energy and high amounts of chi, they act as the same as the tree in sending our intentions throughout the universe. Just letting the tongue die out. Just allowing those intentions of our releasing our heart's desires of creating the life that our heart and soul and spirit want. Continuing to release ancestral patterns, change our DNA. For those ancestors, for us, and for our children and future generations, for the universe. Just really listen to your heart, feel into it. Be bold, have the courage to follow that, of making your voice heard in the world, in what only you can give to the world, what you came here to give. So just release it from your hand, speak it into being. So again, hold that intention, and I'll amplify that intention now, and I'll zip us up. Each of us who have listened, I'll zip us up from toe to crown to protect us from negative mindsets and energies today, and connect our ascending flow with the joy of the angels and ancestors and the oneness. All right, thank you for listening. And I do this every Tuesday, tuning for the astrological energies of the week to help us integrate with those energies, to use what the universe offers us for better, put it to better use by working with it instead of against it. And so that's my intention with these weekly clearings. I'm also going to be starting a daily tuning. They'll be much shorter, and to help keep our voltages high, our mindset clear, our minds calm, give it time to tap in and listen to our spirit, listen to that heart's desires again. So thanks for joining me, and I'll be here tomorrow morning also. Every Wednesday I try to do a podcast too. Sometimes it's a guest interview. Other times, like this tomorrow, it'll be sharing more about the type of work I do for people who don't know about it, or for those who are perhaps a little fearful about working with ancestors or working with me, because I work with ancestors, and I just want to convey, share the heart behind that, and how it works, so that it doesn't feel as scary, or so the need of it can be conveyed, of how we need our ancestors and need to clear those energies that became stuck in their biofields during their lives, and that we carry today, that are waiting to be cleared. So thanks for watching. Please give me a like to help the channel grow, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.